Hope everyone's having a blessed Sunday. So today I'm going to go ahead and share my Dracaena family that I have. I have about a total of 10. They are so beautiful and they come in so many different styles and I just love them. And fun fact about them is they are part of the asparagus family, which are one of my favorites because the sansevierias in that family and the plants are in the asparagus family. So that's just a fun fact. So the Dracaena, the sansevieria, and spider plant are all in the asparagus family, which is pretty good to know. And they're pretty much all three of those clean the air. They're easy to take care of. They don't need bright light. They're not very fussy plants. And they are drought tolerant as well. So, of course, the sansevierias are a little under the succulent. They're a little bit more succulent than the spider plant and the Dracaena, but they are all pretty much the same care. Besides the Dracaena and spider plant, you do have to water a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with this beauty. This is the Sunray. She's a Margentina. So they have the Sunray, which is yellow and green. She has yellow striping in the middle, and then she's got green. And she has that cane. And then you have the red one that has the cane and red stripes on the side of her leaves. So she has yellow in the middle with green. And then this one is the Margentina, the dragon tree. They call this one dragon tree, and then they call that one sunray. But they're both Margentinas, and they both have this cane that they come out of, which are really, really, really beautiful. This one, she's getting big. I repotted her, and she's growing. So, so these are pretty much the same, just different colors. And they can tolerate low light. They can tolerate low light. They don't need much water. You can let these ones, they pretty much let you know too when they need watering, but they're very forgiving in the water as far as water goes. Now, if you do want the colors to be brighter, you just want to give them a little bit more light. And you can mist their leaves. They are tropical from Central America. Majority of them are native to Africa, and a few in southern Asia and northern Australia. So they're pretty tropical plants. So they do want a little bit of humidity, but they're not. You don't have to give them that much. You can just give them misting them. And they don't need like the Marenta or the Calathea family, which are divas and they want a lot of water and they want humidity. These guys are a little bit more easier than that. So that's them. Let's see. Next is the Florida Beauty, which is part of the Dracaena family. And this plant is just so beautiful. It's like somebody sprayed paint all over the leaves. It really looks like it was an accident of nature, but it's not. And this one actually has a cane growing too. I'm going to have to repot her because she's just grown, but her leaves are just so pretty and just beautiful. And so this one's easy too. She likes a lot more light just to keep that variegation. If you want it, you want to give this one a little bit more light. Anything with variegation, you want to give it more light, anyways. But like the red Margentina, red line Margentina, that one doesn't really need as much light as the yellow one. So anything with bright colors, you're gonna want to put in more light. And this one needs a little bit more water also. It likes a little bit more water. So, and you can miss the leaves, but this is also part of the Dracaena family. And this is called the Florida Beauty. Next is one that we see everywhere, and it's labeled as Lucky Bamboo, but it's actually a Dracaena as well. And I have this one. She's grown quite a bit. I put her in soil. She was just sitting in rocks when I got her, but I went ahead and planted her in soil. And I just give her good water. They are, they don't like the salt, just like the spider plant. They don't like the salts in the water. So you gotta, they're pretty. That's one thing about them. Even though they're in the family of the Sansevierias, which everyone loves because Sansevierias don't care about what water you give them. They just don't give them a lot. So, but they are, they don't like the salt in the water, and they also just don't like being overwatered as well, because they will get root rot, but they really don't like the salts in the water and any type of chemicals. So if you want to just leave your water sitting out. This one, I've been giving her pretty much just the water that I drink. It's spring water. I give her this one, but I only give her a little bit because her roots don't need that much water. So I don't really give her a lot of water. I just give her like enough till it drains out, and then that's it. And I missed her leaves and stuff. But that's what's kept her going. She don't have no, her tips aren't brown or anything. And that's caused from having to use tap water. Even if you leave it sitting out, I think it helps a lot get rid of some of the chemicals, but also flushing. Like the spider plants need to be flushed out just to get them salts out of there. But Dracaenas are, they don't like the salt in the water also. So they don't like the hard water. And they do want a little bit more humidity as well. So, but the Lucky Bamboo, you don't need to give that much humidity. I just spray her leaves every now and then, and that's about it. So that's another part of the Dracaena family. Next is this one. This is the Song of Jamaica. This one's pretty too. The leaves have this yellow stripe in the middle, and I missed her leaves also. And this one, I just give, the water sitting out. I leave it sitting out. And this one grows kind of like the Song of India, but this one's the Song of Jamaica. And it just has these thin canes, and they grow out several. I don't know if it'll get another stalk or it's just going to be this stalk, but I'm fine with this. But this one just has a pretty line, yellow lines going through, well, light green lines going through it. So yeah, that's the Song of Jamaica. And there's also, it says Ricky. I think they're probably much the same. It's the Ricky and the Song of Jamaica. So yeah, that's her. Next is this one, which is called the Lemon Lime Drexina, and she has a beautiful variegation to her. There's white, green, and a neon green color on the outskirt, like a lemon lime. So this one is called the Lemon Lime Drexina. And she's pretty and grows up right too. Once they, pretty much all of them grow at Kane, and so you lose the bottom leaves and they start growing a cane. Next is this one, which is part of it's one of the corn plants. This is called the soul cane, Dracaena. So they have the corn plant, which this one's a newer one that's pretty much new out now. Um, the corn plant has like a green with the yellow in the middle. This one has the green in the middle and yellow on the outskirts. So it's a little bit more uh have more yellow in it, or a cream color, and it still has that thick stalk to it. So yeah, this one's really pretty. I don't know if it gets as big as the corn plant one, but yeah, this one's really, I like this one. It's pretty unique. I have never seen this one or the Sunray. I believe this one and the Sunray are pretty much new. You know, they cross mix stuff around and come up with all this new stuff, but this is a Dracaena, and it's called the Soul Cane, SOL Cane. Right, next is this beauty. This is called the Limelight Drexina, and she's pretty. This one doesn't really get a cane, it just grows out pretty bushy, and it really adds some color, and it's really different than most of all the Dracaenas, even though most of them have like green in them, green with different colors, but this one is just this neon color, and that's why it's called the Limelight Drexina. And these plants are good at cleaning the air, once again, just like the Sansevieria and the spider plant. Here's another one. It resembles the corn plant, except the corn plant's in the middle. This one's called the Dorota Drexina, Dorota, and she has the lime color on the outskirts versus the corn plant has it in the middle. But this one also gets kind of compact. It doesn't get the cane like, so there's two canes. There's the corn plant and then the soul cane, the one I just showed you, that get that thick stalk. The other ones get pretty much just a cane, and then they grow, out like that. But this one gets tall also, but I like the short version of it, so I really like it. This one and the Limelight one to stay, kind of compact. So yeah, this one has the lime at the end, and it's called Dorado Drexina. Next is the last one, and this is Miss Beautiful Janet Craig. Also called, they call this compacta, but it's just a Janet Craig, and she's just dark green. She's pretty much, I don't know if there's any other ones that are just dark green. Most of them have like yellow or light green mixed in, or variegation mixed in, but this one's just gonna give you just this dark green, beautiful color and such a statement. This one's really beautiful. I love it. Just, and then sitting inside of a white pot. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I only have 10 of them, and trust me, when every chance I get, I grab one. There's quite a bit. I believe there are, let's see, there's 120 species, they say, and there's probably more than that, but it says 120 species of Dracaena. So there's quite a bit, just like the Sansevierias. The spider plant, there's not as many as the Dracaena or the Sansevieria, but they are all in the asparagus family. I believe the yucca plant also is in the asparagus family. But yeah, so these are one of my favorites. So it's the Sansevieria, Dracaena spider plants and philodendrons, pothos, peperomias, and then Hoyas. Those plants are all the ones that pretty much I can say that I can take care of and keep them alive under my care, because anything past that, it's a struggle for me. So if I keep it alive, I'm lucky. If not, hey, it's not a big thing. But I do have my faves, and my favorite, of course, is Sansevieria. Those are my favorite. I'm definitely a collector of that. But Dracaenas, spider plants, philodendrons, they're all welcome to my home. Peperomia and Hoyas would probably come at the last. If I had a choice, I'd pick them last because they are a little bit more difficult to deal with. But there are the philodendrons, Dracaena, Sansevieria, spider plants. Those are all welcome to my home. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And, I know everyone think of Dracaenas as just basic plants, but they're not. They're really beautiful tropical plants, and they bring so much, different style into your home, and they clean the air as well. So if you get a chance, look for one, grab one, add them to your collection, because they are beautiful plants. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a blessed week. Bye.